Williams Funeral Service serve you with dignity and compassion as you mourn. Every day, we embark on the journey of life, and one day, the journey will end. It's on that day that you can entrust the celebration of life of your loved ones to David Williams Funeral Service. Call 718-291-3823.
You gotta be firm in this time, son.
Ridealong, welcome to Venting Thursday. Yeah, man, Venting Thursday on the ride. How you guys doing? How are you doing?
I will survive.
Ah, boy, a lot to vent about. A lot of upsetting things happening right now. A lot of disappointments. Crazy day, guys. I must tell you so. But anyway, greetings to you guys watching from all over the world. Lydia James, how you doing? Big up to yourself on all the riders. Hey, I see my friend Wendy. I share. Thank you so much for sharing. Guys, right now what I want you guys to do before anything else, right? I want you guys to share the program and put it on a favorite page. So share it and put it on a page. If you're watching on YouTube, I want you to give me a thumbs up. The folks that's watching on YouTube, because you know how Facebook does play with us, right? So we need to get this out near and far. Alright, Jocelyn, how you doing? Pick up yourself. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. Yeah. Robbie. Hey, how you doing, Robbie? Afternoon to you. And all the Ridealong family. What? Hey, I've been working out in the gym, Lydia. I've been working out in the gym, so you have to, you know what I mean, your body start to expand and things like that, you know what I mean? But thanks for noticing though. I appreciate that. She said my shirt looking tight. Yeah? Cheryl, how you doing? Yeah, thank you. Hey, Bernice, thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for jumping on the program here today. Guys, on Thursday, we dedicate this program to everything that's happening in social media, in the world, in your world, in my world. It's Venting Thursday. There are so many things happening, guys. So many things that's upsetting. So many things that's frustrating. Things that you just want to pull your hair out, dread. So much crazy things. And we really think that we need a whole entire day, a whole entire program to touch on these things that's affecting people. Charmaine, how you doing? Big up yourself. Thank you so much. So on the onset, before we start, I want you guys to lock in this number, because we are going to touch on a few things that I think that you guys need to you know, give me your feedback on, right? We need your feedback on it. It's Venting Thursday. Everybody, time to vent. There are a few things that I want to vent about. There are a few things that I want to vent about. There are a few things that I want to talk about. A few things that's on my mind. And I'm sure there's a few. Hey, Natasha Boris, how are you doing? Good evening to you. And the folks on YouTube. Thank you so much. Empress K, I share. Everybody share. Everybody share. Yeah, everybody share. And just lock in the number. Lock in the number. Jane, how you doing? So there are a few things I want to talk about today, guys. I ain't gonna waste a lot of time, because again, the program is all about you, what's going on in your world. But I want to start by first announcing a few things that we have been speaking about in the couple days, and a couple new things as well, right? So this is one of the things that we're going to talk about. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to this picture. It's been making circulation on social media. Everyone have their opinion on it. I haven't said anything about it, but I intend to give my full opinion on this photo. It might differ from what you feel, might differ from your opinion, but that's why we are individuals. We could always we could detour on or have a difference of opinion on a particular topic, right? So we're going to talk about that. And I wanna hear some of your guys' feedback on it as well. That's one of the things that we're gonna talk about. The other thing that we're going to talk about, guys, to its full extent, is you guys know that we have been working on this particular case. Is a situation involving the rape of a 72-year-old, right? The rape of a 72-year-old. We have been following this thing, Jed, up and down, sleepless night, investigating, doing our own internal investigation, and from the onset of this information breaking on our platform, we have gotten so much leads. We decided to put up a $1,000 reward for information that would lead to the arrest of the individual who is responsible for raping a 72-year-old woman in Mount St. Evans in the St. Andrews area of Grenada. So I'm going to give you guys some update on that and what we have been doing. In addition, I must say, I got to thank a lot of our supporters and riders who have actually added to our monies to make the reward even bigger. And since the rewards start to increase, we start to get more leads and more leads on this particular case, right? So this is one of the things that we are also going to be touching on, right? Also, a few other things. You guys probably would have heard of an incident, but probably you didn't. But there's an incident that came across our wire where a young lady, she went into the general hospital for assistance, well, to deliver, and in the process of delivery, as she left the hospital a few days ago, afterwards she started to feel kind of sick. 9 days later, when she really tested herself, she realized that there was still some things that was left in her body from the surgery. That's after she started to feel sick and started to get fever and feel weak, almost passing out and things like that. She realized that there was some stuff that was left inside her body that damn near killed her. We're going to talk to her as well. That's some of the things that are on right now, and is really pissing me off and pissing a lot of people off. But we cannot only talk about what's on my mind. We want to know what's on your mind as well. So let's start. We've been doing this report on the case involving the rapist in Mount St. Evans. If you guys have not been following, let me play back this clip that ran on GBN. That was moments after we broke the story, where we aired the story here on Ridealong. This was the report, a family member on GBN speaking about the incident. Let's get the family's point of view. Listen to this report.
Restless, traumatized, and terrified are some of the words used by Jessie Bowen to describe how her 73-year-old cousin is feeling after she was robbed and raped at her home in the early hours of Wednesday morning. According to Bowen, the victim, who lives alone in the St. Andrews area, was attacked at around 3 a.m. by a man she said was wearing dark-color clothing, gloves, face, and head covering. She repeated the story the victim told her in this Zoom interview.
Around 3 a.m., she heard her front door close, and because of the sound it makes when it's closed, that woke her up. But she lay on her bed trying to figure out, really what was going on, And then she saw a light in her back bedroom. And by the time she think of getting off her bed, the next thing was a man opened her bedroom, which is the first bedroom up to the front, and with a knife in his hand against her neck.
She said the unexpected elderly woman was not only robbed of her money, phone, and groceries, but also her dignity.
She offered him, she says, take anything you want. You want money? Take it. He took whatever money she gave him. He also looked under her pillow and saw she had 2 cell phones there, which he took also. With all that going on, he still had the knife at her neck. The next thing he did was push her onto the bed and decided to rape her.
All through the dreadful ordeal, the family members said that the victim stated she was in pain as she suffered from various illnesses. After the intruder allegedly took what he wanted and left, the victim called for help and the police arrived later. At present, the 73-year-old is finding it difficult to sleep in her home and is now living with neighbors until the family put other security measures in place for her safety.
Very shaken up, and she said that every time she closes her eye, what she sees is this figure of this person over her. She's scared to go back to her home. So right now she is at a neighbor. We are going to try to give her that kind of security as soon as possible. And she is a bit hard of hearing. So that's why it took her, I guess, a while to realize that somebody was in her house.
Bowen said the victim received medical attention and a report was made to the police. The family of the victim is seeking justice for their 73-year-old relative. GBN contacted the Royal Grenada Police Force and was told that an investigation is ongoing and that more information will be disclosed to the public soon. Investigation into the rape of 84-year-old Margaret Noel 2 years ago also remains under investigation, as well as the recent attack of vandalism in her home. Police are also investigating the attack on 83-year-old Neville Alexander of Moncton St. Andrew, who said he was attacked by 2 young men on his farm. For GBN News, I am Rena Pett Thomas reporting.
All right. So, that's some of the madness that's happening right now. But we've been laser focused on these 3 stories. As of recently, we started a very thorough investigation on the rape of the 72-year-old woman in Munson Evans. Now, I'm going to disclose some information today, but I won't disclose all the information that we're working on because we don't want to get nobody wise, right? We have identified a person of interest, right? Based on leads that we've been getting over the past couple days, we have identified a person of interest. The person in question is someone that we might be speaking to probably by today, tomorrow. To get some more information and to try to investigate a little more thoroughly. But, however, the information that we have is very solid, credible evidence that is pointing at this particular individual. Remember, it is difficult because there were no fingerprints that was left. There were no identifying features that was left because the person was wearing a mask, right? The person was all masked up. So it was difficult to find that individual. However, the individual, as most criminals, you would understand, they're not the smartest set in the bunch. They make a lot of mistakes. And this particular individual made a few mistakes that we were able to pick up on. And we were able to isolate this individual. However, we are also looking at another individual in this case as well. So there are multiple people that we are looking at. I would say some more hot than the other. But the people that we are looking at the moment, there are one in particular that is very, 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 is about, we are at about 80 to 90% strong on evidence. We are looking for 1 or 2 other key elements, 1 or 2 other key mistakes that this person made. If you guys didn't know the story from before, this individual went into this lady's house. He assaulted her, he robbed her, and he raped her. And let me tell all you something. This is actually the worst situation, and probably the worst story I've ever had to deal with. The worst. Have to be the worst. Because everything that keeps crashing back in my mind is, boy, that could have been my mother or elderly family member or friend. So I'm very committed. We are very committed in making sure that this perpetrator get the full extent of the law, whatever is coming to him. Make sure that he get the full extent of whatever is coming to him. Now, I'm not going to look at what the police is doing and what the police are doing at this moment. I'm focused on what we are doing and the evidence that we are gathering. I'm not looking at anybody else and what they are doing and what they're not doing. The last thing we want, one, is to get anybody wise, so we are very, very careful in how we investigate this matter. But when we get this information, we'll present and provide this information, solid and concrete evidence, and make the Royal Grenada Police Force, if they didn't catch up on it as yet, which they are also investigating, will take the necessary measures to arrest this particular individual soonest as possible. It's a very serious case, guys. We are laser focused on it. And this is the top thing that's pissing me off right now. This is the top thing that is pissing me off right now. It seems like there is a serial rapist on the loose. It seems that there is a serial rapist on the loose, targeting the elderly. And we cannot sleep, we cannot rest with that kind of activity going on out there. It is something that all of us have to personally see as something that that affects us personally. Every single one of us, every single person should see this as it affects them personally. You cannot have people like that roaming the street, so much so that they could rape a 72-year-old female in their own home. The woman right now is traumatized, very traumatized. So we are laser focused on this story, guys. I tell you, I'm very, very laser focused on it. We are laser focused on this story, and we'll continue to update on the story. Let me tell you guys again briefly. There are some key mistakes that this individual made, and we were able to pick up on it. Some very key mistakes, because I'm telling you, criminals are not the smartest set of people in the pack. They are not. They make a lot of dumb mistakes. They say a lot of dumb things. They talk to a lot of people. All right? They leave a lot of evidence that they don't even know that they're leaving. And those are the things that we were able to catch up on and move forward with. Okay? I just want to bring that to light right here. Now, we also continue to say, if there's any additional information that anyone have that would aid to our investigation or to aid to the police investigation, please make contact, and let's hear what you have to say. All right? This is something that's ongoing, as I said, and we need everyone hands on deck. All right. Let me open up the phone lines really quickly, guys. 718-701-5720. That's 718-701-5720. Let's have this conversation right here. We're talking about this particular incident, but we have 3 other incidents that we want to speak about as well. So your opportunity to chime in, 718-701-5720. Phone lines are open right now.
You gotta be firm in this time, son. You gotta be strong in this time, son. I'm a survivor. I will survive. I will survive. And I'm a firm believer. Will forever shine just to stay alive. That simple means it. Nobody can hold me back. Nobody can drain my energy. Nobody.
Again, guys, 718-701-5720. That's my number. We are speaking about this initial incident involving the rape of a 72-year-old that we have been investigating and continue to investigate. We have some leads. We have some solid evidence, some solid leads. We are waiting on some other key elements to process the information and reveal the identity of the individual. Solid, concrete, and we're not going to do that until and unless we have this solid, concrete evidence and information. All right. All right. So we did say that there are other stories that we are also working on. There are two other stories that we are working on. I want you guys to let me see if I could bring in one of this other story. And as we going ahead with the stories, guys, I want you guys to you could still call in at any time if you want to interject or intervene any information on whatever topic that or even if we pass speaking about the topic already, we still want your input on it if you want to still speak about it. All right, so here's another story that we also been following. We got a call today from a young lady who said that she just came in from the hospital just a few days ago, and she is not feeling well. She have not been feeling well since she came out from the hospital. She just gave birth, and when she checked herself properly, she realized that there was some stuff that was left inside of her. Now that's a little bit after she started to feel sick, started to feel weak, almost passing out. I think we have her on the line. Let me see if we could get her on. Asha, are you there? Asha, are you there? All right, let's let me get Asha to call in live, because this is something that is very, very serious right now, and she really wants to get it off her chest so that she could get the word out there so it does not affect others. So let me get Asha to call in, because she having problem connecting with us on the phone line. Stand by, guys. Stand by. You're watching Ridealong Live. Don't move.
Yeah. You gotta be firm in this time, son. You gotta be strong in this time, son. I'm a survivor. I will survive. I will survive.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna have a call on WhatsApp so she could give her story on the phone line instead, because we're having some problem bringing her in. But guys, this is your opportunity. Let me know what's on your mind. Let me know what's pissing you off. Let me know what you need to vent about right now. 718-701-5720. That's 718-701-5720. Call me up right now. Let me know what's on your mind. We are following these 4 stories. So far we spoke about where we are in terms of there's 2 stories that we've been working on. Let me see if I get Asha on now. Asha, are you there? Asha, are you there? Check. Asha, are you there? Now, we're still having problem connecting with her. Let's she call in on the phone lines, and then so we can bring her in that way. All right?
Your enemies, they must tremble. Your enemies, they must tremble. Yo, and when you roll, everything has to happen.
All right. Sandra Lewis is saying, I think that the same person that did before did it again. You know, a lot of people have contacted us and said the same thing, that they believe that they are somehow a serial rapist on the loose, someone who have been going around and committing these heinous crimes, right? If that is the case, that is serious, and something again that should be worrisome for every person. And we also believe that this is not the first instance of rape within the proximity area, right? So that means that this same individual might be also involved in incident from last year and even earlier this year as well. But we continue to watch, we continue to wait, we continue to investigate, and I promise you guys, we are laser focused on this story, and we are going to bring whoever that person is to make sure that they get justice. Let justice reach them. Let the full extent of the law reach them. All right? We're still waiting on a call from Asha, who want to share her story about what happened to her. A young mother just gave birth in Grenada at the General Hospital. Days later, she found out that there was something left inside of her. Now, she was told to come back in about a month, but in 9 days she started to feel sick. In 9 days or so, she started to feel ill, right? Almost fainting, before she discovered that there was some elements inside her body. It wasn't until after she found that out. She wanted to share her story with you guys, and I'm waiting for her to connect. She's having a bit of a connection issue. So I'm going to have her to call us on the phone line so she could share her story on the phone line. So stand by for that. Alright, while we're waiting on Asha as well, let me give her this number. Right, while we're waiting on Asha, let me share this information with you guys. That's a 360 from these two stories, right? But still, I wanted to touch on it because a lot of people have been speaking about this. Hold up for a little bit. All right. Okay. Let me hold up on that story a bit, and let me see what some of your comments are before we move on. Lindy is saying that it is very disturbing and sickening. Absolutely. The sad part of what it is, guys. The lady in question that was robbed and raped, she didn't see anything. She cannot remember anything in particular about the individual because the individual was all masked up. The only thing that she could have remembered is the person was wearing some kind of boots of some sort. All right, the individual was wearing some kind of boots. That is all that she could remember. But the individual was very clean to wear some kind of gloves, leave little or no fingerprints, and left with a phone, 2 phones. This is one of the phone, and a blue phone, a blue smartphone, Samsung, a blue phone, Android phone, right? He also left with a bag that looked a little something like this, same exact brand, but the bag is green. It's a green bag. All right. Reports that we getting is that the individual in question somehow might have taken out the SIM card from one of the phone, and we believe that someone found that SIM card. Also, the individual made some kind of contact. People in the specific neighborhood found it suspicious, right? And that what pointed a lot of people, brought a lot of people's suspicion towards this particular individual, per se. Again, that's as much as we could say right now because we don't want to put out too much information before we have all the information that we need to bring this person to justice. So just stand by for that for now, and we ask that you continue to, if you have any other information that you want to share with us, you could inbox us or you could send us a message on our WhatsApp. You guys have our WhatsApp, 718-701-5720. We're still waiting for the young lady to come on. We're still waiting on her to come on. All right, we're gonna have to leave her for the second segment. Okay, let's move forward, guys. Let's move forward. Now, earlier yesterday evening, we posted a picture we posted this picture here on the ride, and they have gotten so much attention. This picture have gotten so much attention from you, the viewers, and you, the riders. It shows a rapper, a singer. Her name is Lizzie, wearing this outfit to an event. Well, you can't tell if she's wearing it to, but I'm giving you the background information that she's wearing this picture, this outfit to a particular event. Now it's making wrong on social media, and we're watching the comments, and a lot of people have been very, very, very harsh on this young lady and what she's wearing. But I want to show you guys something really quickly, right? And I want you to tell me something. Is there a difference between this picture that we're watching on the screen right now and this picture? Is there any key difference besides the obvious that is absolutely not the same person? What is the difference between this picture right here and this picture right here? If anybody wants to chime in on it, please give me a call. What's the key difference between those two pictures? This one right here and this one right here. Because let me see what you guys are saying first before I go on with my opinion on it. Deanne Fraser is saying no difference. Both are sickening. No difference. Lydia James is saying that she too damn big and nasty for a big woman with a slim shot. Oh gosh, Lydia, you're being kind of harsh, but that's your opinion. That's your opinion. You're saying that it's disgusting. Wendy's saying that both are the same. Again, take a close look, guys. I should do a split screen. What's the key difference between this picture right here with this lady? That photo was just recently posted on social media, and this picture right here with this female. It seems to look like a carnival outfit. Well, it is a carnival outfit. I think that was Miami Carnival, right? So talk to me. Talk to me, guys. What's the difference between those two pictures? And why you think that one of them might look or might come across or might be seen as morally acceptable, and the other seems like morally unacceptable or gross? Some people go as far as saying that it's nasty or it's wrong, right? Original Courtney saying really nasty. All right, so guys, call me up, because I want to have this conversation. I have my opinion on this, and not to contrast anyone else's opinion, but I want to hear your guys' opinion on it. 718-701-5720. Lindy Phillips said that they're both unacceptable. Both of them are unacceptable. But Lindy, let me ask you. I understand your point of view that they're both unacceptable. But why do you think that one is more morally acceptable in our community, and one is is deemed to be all trashy, and people say that it's nasty, and what's wrong with this girl, and with she long shotgun and all of these different things? Why? I'll tell you guys why. I'll tell you guys what I think. We as human beings, right? We are conditioned in a certain kind of way. It's like, and it's not wrong that you feel one might be morally acceptable than the other. That is my opinion, eh? Feel free to have a difference of opinion as well. So we are conditioned as human beings. Hold on. Let me take this call. Caller, your live, where you calling us from?
I'm calling from Brooklyn.
Brooklyn, New York. Go right ahead.
So, because we're in this society where we were raised to cover up and wear clothes,
Right.
a lot of persons will frown on it. Some might find the one for the carnival is more acceptable because it's carnival. But if we look at history and look at where we're coming from, say if we grew up in certain parts of Africa,
Right.
walking with just a string or absolutely nothing is normal. You know, I think we have to learn to live and let live and let people do what they feel they want to do. But who died and left us in charge that we're judging people because of what they want to wear? If the lady put on her outfit and she felt okay in it,
Right.
that's her business.
Right.
You know, her bank account still going ching ching. You understand?
Right. But
If
here is a point of view I want to bring across, right? And again, it's not bashing anybody's opinion or bashing anybody's point of view. But here is a thought process. Now, immediately when somebody see this lady, the first picture with the full size female wearing a see-through outfit, they look at it and they think that it's nasty, because I think we are conditioned in a kind of way that somehow is not acceptable to see a full body woman like that is her body. That is the only body
That's
that
so
she
correct.
have, right? That is the only body
That's
that
so
she
correct.
have, and she love her body. Secondly, people are saying, well, there's a place and a time for everything. Yes, and I agree. I'm doubtful that this particular female on the screen right now is wearing this to walk down the street to go to work. I'm doubtful that she's wearing this to go to the store or go to the mall or go to the park.
She's going to Cardi B's birthday
She's going
party.
to Cardi B's birthday party that had a theme
Exactly.
that says dancehall wear. So she was specific, and I doubt that that lady walked an inch or a mile. She probably was picked up from the front step of her house and dropped up in the front step of Cardi B's party, and she just had to walk inside the party. There was no, I'm doubtful she took this outfit and say, you know what, let me just go around the mall and try to seduce people. She ain't saying and asking anybody to take picture and put it on the, that's a secondary thing that she was on the internet. No. Let's look at this, the first picture that I was showing now with the model. Now she's a nice looking girl, nice looking body, and people might say, well, that is the more acceptable way. But why?
The one from Carnival?
The one from Carnival. Her butt is still showing, her ass is still out,
Naked.
and she's going to a
naked.
specific event as well. She's going to a specific
She's naked, though.
She's naked.
She's also naked too.
Yes, she's all. They both are
So what
naked.
is the point?
And I didn't quite get it, because both of them are at a specific event. I'm doubtful that this model that's at the carnival festivity put this costume on and went to work or walk down the park or walk down the street or go to the park or go to the mall. She only do it for a specific event. Similarly, how Cardi B's Lizzie is wearing this for a particular and specific event. So why people bashing one and not the other? Why one is more acceptable and one is less acceptable?
Because the next one is not. She's slim bone. She's not big. She's not a big girl. That's why.
That is what I think that the narrative is. The narrative is that if you are slim and if you are with a big butt, then it's acceptable. But if you are full body, it's not acceptable. I mean, case in point, that's what he's saying. You know? And I'm not blaming nobody for feeling like that, because I think it's an unconscious reaction. There, even kids, when kids was growing up, I saw some kind of, it's an old video that I saw, right? They took a black kid and they took a white kid and they put it in front of two babies, two kids. I don't know nothing about race and don't know nothing about liking and disliking or disparity between races and stuff like that. And on multiple occasions, the babies, the children, picked the lighter skin person. So it's like,
it was an experiment that
right.
they did.
It was an experiment. It was an experiment.
Yeah.
So it goes to show is probably that our brains are somehow wired in a way that to think that if you are lighter skin and if you are slimmer built in body, then you are more you are more appealing, more acceptable than if you are not. But I firmly believe that to each his own, right? Because this woman, the full size model, she have people that love her. She probably have a boyfriend or husband or what have you that love her just the way she is and would support her and would support her in whatever she decides to do. She not asking anybody to accept her. She not coming and saying you must accept me for wearing this and I'm walking down the mall and that's what I do on a regular day basis. But the amount of hate I saw on Facebook on that lady page, and again I'm not knocking anybody for what they feel, but I'm just saying, why is it so not acceptable in our eyes for she to be there at a particular event, but the other one is acceptable? And I don't get that. I didn't get that. I don't understand that.
But what we have to understand is at the end of the day, right? I'm certain that all the comments and all of that, I'm certain she's not bothered. She wouldn't even care.
Nah, not at all.
Because if it would have bothered her, right? Because she knows. I'm certain it's not her first venture into social media.
Right.
She's quite conscious of that world, and she knows how harsh and vindictive people can be about their comments, especially when it's attacking someone for something that they deem to be unacceptable.
Right.
You know, it's a psychological thing that we do. You know, somehow, because she's a big girl and she's a plus size woman. Even plus size women will attack her. Unfortunately,
right,
you know?
Right.
If she feels comfortable pulling whatever on, that's her business.
Right.
Why we have to be so? Why we can? You see, we so consistent in majoring in minor.
Right. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
That we keep doing it instead of finding some other productive way to spend our time.
Right.
We major in minor. Put on her outfit, she went wherever she had fun.
Lydia said something that is key. Again, I'm not disagreeing with anybody's point of view. Everyone is free to have their point of view on any topic. Lydia said you would not like to see your mother, your sister, or woman dress in that way. Now, let me work on this. Now, in both instances,
can I take that up?
Go ahead. Go ahead, and then I'll speak.
So Lydia, my mother or my sister, whoever, might not dress like that because that's not their thing, right? It doesn't matter what. At the end of the day, whether her mother likes it or her brother or her husband or not, it don't really matter. It's because it's what makes her feel happy. It's what she wants to do. If my mother wants to put that on, hey, then I know something happened to my mother. Because that's not our way of life. Our way of life is entirely different. Our customs are different.
Right.
And that's one thing we have to remember. We are coming from a different setting, a different upbringing. That's not our upbringing. We don't normally put everything outside because we're taught as little girls that to cover up because men like to watch, but they don't want to. Your man don't want to see you like that.
Yeah,
Maybe her man wants to see her
but
like
hear
that.
this.
Maybe
But hear
her
this.
man likes what she was wearing.
But hear this.
You don't know.
But hear this.
Hmm.
If this woman is putting this on to go to the mall or to walk down the street or to go and kick ball in the park, I'll say, man, that's kind of that's kind of that's kind of extreme. But just imagine if me and my woman is going to a party, a fete, or whatever the case might be. Nothing. I am not gonna scrutinize and say, oh, don't wear this. Me and you go in, sexy up yourself, fling out yourself, do whatever. Me and you go in. We don't know if she was there with her man, her boyfriend, or whatever the case is,
Her woman.
or her woman, or whoever she going there with.
You don't know.
We don't know who
And
she's
maybe
there with.
they like it.
Yes.
What if they like it? Hey.
Maybe she's
Maybe
just.
that was a turn on for them whole night.
Maybe
so
that-
you know what's going on.
That's what I'm saying. Well, thank you, caller. I really appreciate your point of view. With some, let's open up the phone line for someone else to jump on and speak on it. Guys, 718-701-5720. We're talking about the story, this story right here. Robbie said, yeah, Junior, you lie. I'll tell you this. If my woman come to me and says that she's wearing a very revealing outfit because we're going to a particular event that calls for it, right? It might be a strip club gig. It might be some kind of fling that call for wearing something like that. I would be more than happy to sexy up yourself. Sexy up yourself. I don't have a problem with it. Now, if my woman put on this and she say, babe, I go into the movies, then it's a question of that kind of really revealing. I mean, going to the movies, really, like that. But she was at a party. The party was a dancehall style party with everybody else dressed like how she dressed. That is what everybody else was wearing. Probably not the exact same outfit, but everybody was very revealing as far as what I saw. Am I not connecting? I want you guys to call me up and let me know if this is making sense to you, because I don't understand the ritual. I don't understand the height of which this lady is getting chastised for wearing this outfit at a party. And let me tell you something. There are a lot of men that like full body size woman. We want to see it. Yes. Nothing wrong with that. I personally like to see full size. I like full size. A lot of men like it as well. The truth and the fact about it is, not everybody like small, skinny women. So everyone have their preference. She have her lover, her boyfriend, her husband, or whoever it is that supports her and love her and cheer on. Live on Ridealong. Call you live.
Hello.
Hey, sir.
How are you doing, man?
I'm good. This is Venting Thursday. What's your take?
Yeah, it's the first time I'm actually calling a program. And and I'm calling all the way from Grenada.
Calling all the way from Grenada. Good. Which topic are you calling? Which topic are you calling about?
No, I'm just following the discussion that you were just about. The one to put up with the dress code.
Right, the dress code. Good. So what's your take on it?
Well, I have a multiple approach to this.
Uh-huh.
First of all, you did compare the lady with what was the revealing dress and with the masqueraders, they call the carnival bear.
Right.
And I personally don't see much difference in the two because I really hit the sort of outfit.
Right.
I as a person, and based upon how we were cultured and grew up, because these days that's where we lead into. We see the outfit getting less skimpier.
Right.
Bodies become less covered, and I can't condone this. You know, so I'm commenting as an individual, but at the same time, I'm transparent and understand why they are getting that way. Because first of all, we look at carnival and realize it's as though even though you don't like it, but you can develop appreciation for carnival outfit going in that pattern.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to like it, but you can appreciate that is what it comes to until maybe if it's going to change again. And then over the years, we have seen the ladies particularly, there's revealing clothes been designed, and I mean, they've been designed for as I realize you spent a long time talking about, maybe she wouldn't go to just walk the street with it or go to shopping with it because they're designed for certain functions. Like they said she was going to a party, a special party, maybe everybody was wearing revealing clothes.
Yeah.
But
that was the idea.
So
it was a dancehall theme party.
Right. So we see a lot of this clothing being designed, it's revealed, but is that morally right? But what is right and wrong? But the way we grew up in a society and the culture, I mean, and as a lady, and we have to teach our younger children, especially our girls, and we are seeing this. So then we tend not to accept it. But let me say why I think most people may accept the carnival-like thing compared to this one. I realize you all focus a lot about her size, but I was not even looking at her size because I thought people now generally get to accept carnival. Where you're skimpily dressed,
right?
And you see a whole lot of the masqueraders in public, so people get to accept that. Not everybody, remember, but generally people get to accept, become the norm. So once it's carnival time, people go down to the simplest clothes, or maybe nothing at all.
Right.
Now, when there is when you have these activities, this party like like in Grenada, they do have bikini crews and so on. That's a smaller number of people in just a concentrated area. Right. And because they may walk past their community, going to that activity, and people see them alone dressed like that, then they start commenting and say, "Well, why is she dressed like this?"
Right.
You know. So they could easily accept the carnival because everybody all over the place have them. Now, on the beach, if you go to the beach, you would accept that.
Yeah.
A lady dressed in a two-piece swimsuit because she's on the beach.
Right.
If she move from the beach and start walking into the streets of St. George's or wherever, then people say she mad.
Right.
So I get your point when you're talking about like certain dress code. It is designed for a particular place. And maybe you don't like it because remember there are some persons some ladies who would never dress in a two-piece swimsuit. You know, they just wouldn't do that. They may dress in a whole body suit, or they may still have a whole body swimsuit and put t-shirt and stuff like that on it. So that's different people and how they think about it. But generally, I see the two non-different.
Right.
And I think we will have to get away from these things before our world gone crazy, and then the end we can't turn back because we shouldn't be allowing. It's distasteful. What values are we passing on to our young people?
Right.
I mean, it just doesn't look right. Now, let me say another thing here. I realized over the years in the world of athletics, look at the female athletes, what they are wearing.
Yeah.
I mean, it didn't start up like that.
Yeah.
But
true.
Honestly, I wonder, well, where are they going with it? Because some of it just look awful. Now, I'm subject to correction here. I think the Norwegian volleyball team in the Olympics this year, they decided, the beach volleyball, they decided to wear shorts, more shorts than the bikini. And they were fine. Because the Olympic Committee decided that is not the appropriate dress code for the beach volleyball.
Right.
Right? So it's a lot of confusion in with this dress code. It's not leading us anywhere more than to have maybe have discussion.
Yeah,
it just doesn't look right.
It's good to have the discussion, and I'm happy that we could have this discussion with the audience. And thank you for calling all the way to Grenada. We really appreciate you.
The discussion is very good to keep. Yeah,
absolutely. Thank you so much. Mo, how you doing, Mo? Mo said that women should be taught and indoctrinated to cover up. Studies have shown that when women dress in skimpy outfit, they feel more liberated. And I don't agree with you there, bro. I don't disagree with you there, bro. Here's what I'm saying. Yes, women are taught to cover up, and women are taught to don't wear revealing outfit. But that is not the same truth in a carnival event. That is not the same reality if someone go into a event where everybody, or a theme event. In carnival, let's go back. In the bank, you go see the banker dressed in her suit and she, you know what I mean? Real crimp up and thing, iron up down to she toe. Go in a jab band. When you go in a jab band, everything is all masked, you know. Everything turned upside down. Now the whole don't wear revealing and all that go through the door. It's not even a conversation anymore. Everybody dressed skimpy in a band. So the same that is acceptable for your workplace, for walking down the street, for going to a birthday party or to go into the park is not the same. They have outfits for various different things. This lady right here that we're speaking about, Lizzie or Lizzo, I don't even really know her, to tell you the truth. I didn't even know who she was. Right? She is at a theme event where the theme was dance hall. Everybody was dressed like that. What if the event was lingerie party? What if the event was called lingerie party? And I've been to a few lingerie parties myself. Lingerie sexy bikini party. That's the theme. Lingerie sexy bikini party. Would the same rule apply as if she was working in the bank and have to go into work at 8 p.m.? Different rules will apply at the lingerie bikini party. What if in the same bikini party she showed up with her outfit and another slim fit woman show up with another outfit similar? Is she worse for dressing in hers than the other? Is she a worse off person because she's full size? See what I'm saying, guys? It's a double standard. It is. Consciously or unconsciously, we're not even really seeing it probably, but we are actually aiding to the double standard that exists where people think that full size body is bad. That thing that if you are full size, then you should like go on a diet and slim down like a broom. Some people are very happy with being their size. Some people live all their life, and not necessarily that they eat unhealthy things. Some people are happy with their full size, with their big size breasts, with their big legs. Some people are very happy with that. They don't want to go down like a twig. They're happy with that. They live their whole life like that. They show themselves like, yo, I'm happy with where I'm at, what I'm doing with my life. They don't dislike themselves. And a lot of times are even more healthy than some slim people. Because a lot of people that, and I'm not saying, I don't have anything against slim, right? But what I'm saying is that a lot of people who, if you remember, during the world of the modeling and stuff like that, in the past, they were looking for a specific. If you don't look like a number one, you can't go on the runway. That was the agenda. So people used to smoke. Them girls and them used to starve themselves and smoke all kind of different cigarette. That's all they used to do. That's all they used to do. Starve themselves and smoke cigarette. Starve themselves and smoke cigarette. Right? That's not healthy. That's not healthy. So, wanted to get that across. 717-015-720 if you want to share your views on this topic right here. It's venting on a Thursday. Dale said, Junior, why are you wasting your time? Why are you wasting so much time? That's what these people want, public attention. Now, it's good to have conversation. It's good to have conversation, regardless of what, or the difference of opinion. I think it's good to have conversation. And this is a conversation that needs to be had because it goes deeper than just body size. It also goes into complexion. A lot of people feel that they look at a lighter skinned person and they say, you know what, I feel like I have more opportunities if I bleach my skin. And a lot of people, even in our community, they bleach until, you know what I mean, they want to get lighter skin because they feel like that is more acceptable. So it push people to think that slim is better, lighter skin is best. And they go to the extreme to reach to those qualities to get slim as possible and to get as light skin as possible to the detriment of their own health. To the detriment of their own health. They bleach. They bleach. And that is not healthy, by the way. That is not healthy. That is not healthy. A lot of people who do that, a lot of them end up having skin cancer because of the toxicity. I'm saying it wrong anyway. The amount of toxic in the product that they're using. Yeah? It's not healthy. But they do it because they want to feel more acceptable. And that's the truth. And it's the same thing when people talk about gays and lesbian. Believe it or not, in our community, gays and lesbian, one of them is more morally acceptable than the other. I mean, men being gay and women being men being homosexual and women liking women, right? Women having affection for women, lesbians, are more acceptable, a lot more acceptable in our community. There's a double standard there. I mean, I don't want to go too deep into that. That's not a topic. That's going to a whole nother topic of discussion. But there are those double standards that exist. It's true. 718-701-5720. I want you guys to call me up. It's venting on a Thursday. I did also said that we'll have this young lady on the program. I wanted to talk to her because she has a situation. She has a situation that I wanted her to vent on. And I think it's important that we hear her story. We tried to connect with her earlier, but we didn't get her. To the folks who are listening on J Wanda Radio, J Wanda FM, how you guys doing? Thank you guys for listening. Thank you, J Wanda, for bringing us on all these platforms. On Thursday, we vent, talk about what's on our minds. The number that you could call in right now if you want to do that is 718-701-5720. That's 718-701-5720. We're talking about all sorts of things that's out in the blogosphere, things that are making us upset, things that are affecting us in either way, things that are okay, I'm waiting a call. Yeah, things that is stressing us out, frustrating us. So we're talking about today on a Thursday. All right, yes, we do have other topics. I'm waiting to connect with my next guest as we talk about the things that's affecting us. Let's take this call right now. All right. All right, hold on, caller. 1 second, I see you. Stand by. Hey, how you doing, my brother?
Yeah, hello.
Yes. Thanks for
Hi.
connecting. Thanks for connecting with us. We were trying to connect with you a little bit earlier, but we had some problems getting to pulling you up on the video. So I want to talk a little bit about what's affecting you and what really happened. Guys, we have on the phone right here the young lady who was released from hospital. She went to have a baby and she discovered some stuff in her body. So she's on the phone lines right here. Yeah, so go ahead. What really happened? Tell us a story.
Well, basically, I've been on the ward and I delivered.
Hold on 1 second. Let me situate my microphone. Sorry about that. 1 second, guys. 1 second. Let me fix my microphone. Sorry for fighting up with the microphone like this, guys. All right, so go ahead. Sorry, go ahead. Yeah.
So basically, I went into labor and then I delivered. And what happened is that I didn't have a C-section or anything. I just had like a tear.
Right.
And well, the nurses started stitching, but I was just like continuously bleeding while they were stitching. So they had to call a head doctor. And then when she came down to the delivery room now to see if anything was left up in there, and when she went back up inside, basically it had like little pieces of membranes and stuff still up inside, and they was already starting to stitch me up already.
Right.
In the procedure stitching, well, I had men from some of the junior nurses and doctors saying that they give up and stuff like that. While I'm there losing because down there I lost 2 liters of blood. So when the bleeding didn't stop, basically they had to rush me to theater. You understand? And when I reached up there, well, they had to put me to sleep to do what they had to do. So basically I recovered after 12 the next morning, but I was still talking out of the way and still unconscious and stuff. I had to get blood and other medication and stuff. During this process, they never contact none of, but I give them 2 numbers, my mother and my boyfriend. They didn't contact none of them. It's me with the drowsiness gave them the number up there to call them and let them know what they know I was in T8. But basically, today, hearing from the head nurse, she said that she told me what happened. Nobody didn't come to me and tell me what happened. She said probably I was still unconscious. But how could you speak to me if I was still unconscious? That's not making no sense. I left the hospital not knowing what was wrong. All I knew, I was in theater and I lost a lot of blood. That's all I knew. But today, after going back in, because I called them, I went back. I fast forward too much. I'm going to go back. So, I was discharged a day after being in theater. So I came home and stuff, I wasn't getting no big set of pain and thing, Then I started doing the cyst bath. I had to do it for 10 days. But normally when women deliver and stuff and they're doing the cyst bath, you'll see a lot of clot blood and stuff coming down. Nothing of the sort was happening to me. So for the week now, I started getting discomfort, I just feeling a lot of pain and dizziness and I can't move, weakness, just lie down all the time. And from yesterday I find I was getting this strange odor, which I was kind of concerned about. Last night I couldn't sleep properly because it was just very discomforting. So today now, after having my shower this morning, normal routine, then going to do the cyst bath, I find I'm feeling something just not right. So I'm there, okay, doing the cyst bath. I find, well, okay, no clot blood, nothing. And there's like 10 days. Till they make it like 10 days here. Till they make it 10 days after theater and everything. So I said, well, I go do my own little home examination to see what really going on. Because how I'm feeling and like the dizziness and plus I'm on medication, I don't think like I'm supposed to be feeling this way. So after playing my little own doctor at home, using my mirror and stuff, I find, well, no. So I inserted one finger and I feel this thing. So I was thinking, well, probably a bone or something. But I'm watching there now and I say, well, no, a bone doesn't feel like that. So I called my mom. Well, normally, before doing the cyst bath, she will like come and examine to see if the stitches melt and how the tear going, you know. Doing that for the past week, she said, well, she wasn't seeing anything. The cut was curing up nicely. But I still, me alone know how I'm feeling, so I just find she telling me, well, everything good wasn't satisfactory to me. I just wanted thing because I know how I feel inside. So I took my hand now and I pressed down one on my belly and I used one of the finger and I inserted. And when I inserted now, I use a piece of white and I see this thing, like I feel this thing. But I said, well, no, that's not a bone, but she was telling me probably a bone or whatever. But my mind still not rest. Then she was telling me, well, it's clogged blood, so as you're doing the cyst bath, you go drop it. But my mind still not rest. I said, okay. I've gone back again. And I said, you know what? If it's a part of my body that is pushing it or whatever, it go hot if I pull it or whatever. So I pull and I finally feel like soft. And like I feel a piece of thread come out of my hand. So I was like, no. So immediately now I called my mom and I said, I will come and look properly. You understand? And when she came now and I showed her, she was like, well, no, there's a piece of cotton. I'm like, no, it could be a piece of cotton. So she gone now and sanitize these scissors now. But my boyfriend was there also. She gone and she sanitized the scissors. They clip it to see, but if it go hot. And when she clip it, I said, well, pull it because I'm feeling real, discomfort. And when she pulled it, it started coming down. I was in a little pain. And it was a gauze up inside there. And mind you, it was stinking and full of clot blood. And there's like 10 days now that gauze up inside there. No one informed me that I had a gauze up in there. I was already stitched back and stuff with a gauze up inside of it. So it's like, I don't even know what to say because if I was like this kind of careless person, not examining my body and stuff, something, well, I don't know, and I have to visit them back in a month. I never sure I would have been leaving to go back in a month because this thing could have stayed up inside of there and rotten my inside.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how are you feeling after you pull it out?
So when I pull it out, I feel like relief, like I just feel light. Yes, it was a bit painful, but I just feel light.
Was it a small piece of cotton? Was it big? How big was it?
No, it was a whole gauze, the gauze, and they roll it up probably to stop the blood.
Oh.
Because I was bleeding so much, they probably packed gauze inside of there to stop the bleeding. So like average the length of my middle finger and probably like 3 inches thick. Yeah, and very thick.
Is it and that's for my nurse friends that's watching. Is it something that they would normally do and leave that there for a period of time because of the bleeding?
No, well, they were supposed to remove it after like getting the blood to stop.
Oh, right.
I remember after that I was stitched up, so this wasn't supposed to be stitched inside of me.
No, and Wow.
Because without me finding that, there is no way the hot water would have bring that down. You understand?
And they asked you to come back like in a month. So if you didn't check that,
So yeah. So if I didn't check that now, in a month time, well, where would I be? That would have stayed there and cause all kind of diseases and infection and all sorts of things inside it. And today the doctor was even telling me, well, she told me when I came back from theater that I almost lost my uterus. So in a case like that, well, I don't see what going on, because it's like better to lose my uterus than death now, because this could have been death.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So after going in today now, I called home, and after going in today, in casualty, they was asking me if they didn't tell me I had a gauze up inside of me. So I was like, well, how will they tell me that if they didn't even know for themselves?
Right.
You understand? Because it's not supposed to be up in there. You have to make sure all the gauze is out even before stitching the person.
Yes.
Because what about if my stitches takes more than 10 days to melt? Because everybody body design different.
Right.
You understand? Because I'm supposed to do the cyst bath for 10 days. So what's about after, if I was a careless person and I just do the cyst bath for 10 days, not examining my body and just going about my daily routine, sometimes I'll just drop down. Understand? And because I have supporting people around me and, people that is looking out for me and praying, that is why this was discovered.
Yeah.
Because and then again, what's so depressing, I lost like 3 liters of blood up there. You understand? And still coming 10 days after and finding this is like, I don't know.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you went back there today?
So I went back there today,
Mm-hmm.
and they sent me back down on the maternity ward.
Mm-hmm.
When I went, well, the doctor told me she wanted to see the gauze. So I showed her. Before that, they was asking me in casualty how I know a gauze up inside of me. I said, well, look, the evidence right here.
What did it say?
And when I gave the lady, she took it, she washed it, and she threw it in the bin. I told her, no, I want it back.
She threw it. So why she throw it? Why she want to throw it away? That's
I don't know why
evidence.
exactly. She took it and she threw it. So I told her, well, I want it back. And she was like, but she said she wants it back. I don't know what she wanted for. I said, yes, I want it back. And I tied it back up in a plastic bag. So like she examined to see if there was any more there, and she said no, it wasn't anymore. Mind you, they gave me another prescription to go back on antibiotics. Why would you give me another prescription to go back on antibiotics? Only if they saw that this thing start forming an infection.
Yeah, it's quite possible. But you feeling okay? You're not feeling the
Well,
dizziness,
right now, the only
discomfort?
thing I just feeling like, because I lost so much blood, I just like feeling a little weakish right now at this time. So I'm laying down. And just like severe pain is just coming and going.
Wow.
Then earlier on, after going to the hospital, like they probably told the doctor that I came in. She was calling and like trying to tie me up in a farm, telling me that, when the uterus and the pelvic going back in place, eventually it would have came down. But that's not making sense, because when the uterus and the pelvic going back in place, it's tightened, the uterus tightening. So how will that be dropped down?
I think you should get a second check. Or one of my nurse friends here, Wendy, is saying that the gauze probably caused an infection, just to make sure that everything is okay there. But you say they give you antibiotics to help you now, right? They give you antibiotics as you went back up.
Yeah, they give me a 3 days antibiotic again for anything. But after the doctor checked it today, she said everything okay. So I'm just hoping that everything okay and that the week flows smoothly and nothing again, no other complications.
Yeah. So you have to keep monitoring.
Yeah, so
you have to keep monitoring your temperature and just monitor
because
yourself.
right now I've decided to extend the cyst back so that if anything inside of there will come down.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so basically it's like the system failed me in a big, big way. And you understand? Because what I'm saying is today, after 10 days being out of the hospital, I'm hearing from the doctor that I almost lost my uterus.
Wow.
If you came to me and you realized I was so unconscious, why didn't you come back and let me know what I went through? Because I'm home here now and I didn't even know all this.
Wow.
Only because I went back today, now I'm getting answers, now I'm getting explanation. And then again, I'm up there.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all not calling. I gave y'all 2 numbers to call if in case of an emergency. Y'all not calling to let them know because I went into labor since after 10 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And I couldn't contact my relatives the next day, like after 10 the next day.
Mm-hmm.
And no one did it. They couldn't come to see me on the ward, and yet for all they couldn't even get in contact. And when they call, it's like they just cutting them short. They can't give out information.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so I just decided to do a live, not to come, just to let people know what's going on.
Right. No, it's important. It's important that you did that.
I'm not a big talker and, stuff like that, but I just felt like I went through too much. And like hearing comments from the junior staff that they give up and stuff, it just puts.
Yes. Yes.
So what's about then if we just have like a child growing up motherless?
No, it could have been worse.
You understand?
Yeah. Yeah. But listen, if you need to speak to one of our affiliate, we have an affiliate nurse here, just to ask any questions. If you need to speak to someone on our team here to place a call, I could put you in touch with one of our nurse that works with us on Ridealong.
Okay.
Just if you want to ask a few questions. But we also think that you should probably check a gynecologist and just to make sure that everything is out and definitely keep taking the antibiotic because you don't know if there was an infection or there is an infection. At least it may help in those regards, but you need to keep checking and check a gynecologist and speak to somebody else as well. I could put you in touch with someone here and you could just ask some questions. To ensure everything is on par and just keep doing this is bad, I guess, continue to do it.
Yeah, because that's just high class carelessness.
Yes. But listen, we're gonna keep you in touch and I'll give you a contact number for one of our nurses so you could ask some questions. They might point you in some directions as well to help you. All right?
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing and we'll keep in touch with you on your progress. All right. Bye-bye. Yeah. So this is it's a serious situation, guys. It's a serious situation there. The young lady could have very well lost her life. Yeah.
You gotta be strong in this time, son. I'm a survivor. I will survive. And I'm a front
Yeah.
leader.
So Wendy, if you're available, or any one of our other nurse or anyone on staff want to help, give us some advice on some things that she should do at this point in time, I'll share the information so you guys could speak to her and get her some help. Alright guys, so we're a little bit over time, so we're going to wrap up right here. Just to recap a few things that we spoke about today. First, we spoke about this ongoing investigation that we are working on right now as it relates to a crime that was committed where a 72-year-old was raped. 72-year-old was raped. The investigation is ongoing. We are on the verge because we do have a few people of interest that we are looking at. One individual we discovered some key evidence, key information that I think would be very interesting towards the case in a particular village, which we're not going to disclose at this moment. But we are working closely with some of our folks on the ground to gather some additional information to identify the person. The person left no fingerprints or didn't leave anything of an identity because it was all masked up and gloved up. There were some key elements, key things that could have been identified, and key mistakes that was made by the individual that led us more so to this particular individual. We are close in unmasking this person who did such a heinous crime on a 72-year-old in Grenada. But still, we are asking if anyone have any information. We ask you guys to give us a call, inbox us. We have a $1,000 reward towards the arrest of this particular individual. If you have any backup information you want to assist with, please give us a call, inbox us. All right. We are also thankful for some of our riders who have also added to our reward to even make the reward sum even bigger, because we want to get this person off the street. It's important. All right. Also, today we spoke about the disparity. We spoke about the disparity of dress, the disparity of body size and body shaming. And this conversation has been ongoing since yesterday, where there's so much information that has so much posts and comments that have been circulating on this lady and what she's wearing, and some of it has been very, very nasty towards her. Again, as far as what we learned about this particular mode of dress, she was participating in a specific event, Cardi B's birthday party, where the theme was dancehall. So it was a dancehall party. So I'm sure she was ushered from her house straight to the party. I'm doubtful if she walked the street like this. I'm doubtful if she got on a bus, or if she took the train, or if she got on a plane. I'm doubtful that happened. I'm more leading to she probably was picked up in front of her house in probably one of her limo or cars, or she drove herself, whatever, and she got to the venue, and it was a selected event. There was selected people there who was dressed similar. So I don't think that we should focus on that much, like calling her names, because my personal view is there is no difference with what she's wearing at a particular event than what people wear at the beach or at a carnival event. That was outfit for specific things. So my take is we need to stop the body shaming. She's happy with her body. She's not here crying and saying, oh, she don't like her body. I'm sure she love her body. Probably her husband love her body. Her boyfriend, whoever she's with, girlfriend, I don't know, love the way she looks. Who are we to complain and say that she shouldn't do that in a private type event? So that's my take on that. And also we spoke about the young lady, just spoke about the young lady who had the gauge left inside of her from the hospital. What a sad incident. I'm going to give the number to Wendy so Wendy could speak to her in further details and see if we could get her some assistance. Alright, I guess the moral of some of the stories here, guys, especially this one before, second one, is I think we need to judge people like that. You know, I mean, shouldn't judge, and we should try to not be one-sided in our approach. be judgmental. That's my take on it. Anyway, guys, I respect everyone's opinion, by the way. Whatever, however you feel about it, you have every right and reason to feel that way. Alright? I'm not going to disrespect you to feel, so you shouldn't disrespect me for the way how I feel. I have the right to my opinion, just as how you have your right to your opinion as well. We're still friends. Okay? Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for being a part of our program today. I'll catch you guys again tomorrow. Peace out. Have a great evening. Bye-bye now. Peace out.
Show me some strength, no weakness, show me a lion power. Strength, no weakness, show them who we are. Strength, no weakness, show me a lion power. Everybody strength, no weakness, show them who we are. And when you roll, your enemies they must tremble. Your enemies they must tremble. Yo, and when you roll, everything has to humble. Everything has to humble. I'm a go-getter. I just go hard, and I'm a kind of fella. Put my trust in God, put my trust in God. That simple means.
My name is Jerry Hopkins, a registered Democrat running as an independent candidate in the 48th Councilmanic District in Brooklyn, New York City. I am contesting the Tuesday, November 2nd general election as the people's candidate, unbossed and accountable to you, the people. I am not in bed with the establishment or with the greedy developers who have elected officials and other candidates on leashes. I am the people's candidate, running on the track record of advocacy, activism, and upholding the practice of unity, accountability, and bringing solutions to problems that are faced by ordinary folks. Please join me in this mission to bring about the meaningful changes we need in the areas of housing, law enforcement, education, youth empowerment, financial literacy, and small business development. Senior care for all seniors, and justice in terms of how sanitation and traffic regulations are applied in Black and Hispanic neighborhoods. To donate, volunteer, and support this movement, call 347-350-4285 or visit Hopkins for City Council on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. Please let me have your vote and kindly encourage your friends, relatives, and colleagues to do likewise. Together we are strongest. Paid for by Hopkins for City Council.
Feeling hungry, grab a snack. Caribbean food delight. Jamaican patties, light and flaky. Caribbean food delight. Taste the difference. Caribbean food delight. Grab a patty, take a bite. Caribbean food delight. Quick and easy, grab a patty, take a bite. Caribbean food delight.
Oh yeah.
Welcome to TD Bank, where you'll find the personalized attention you deserve and the legendary experience you expect. Let's do business. If you are a medical or dental practitioner, contact me to hear about our tailored lending solutions for residential mortgages, equipment purchases, practice-related commercial mortgages, and refinance. Visit me at 500 Baychester Avenue to hear more about our full range of personal and small business banking solutions. See you soon.